Now available in paperback and coming to Kindle Unlimited. John Haynes, Dark Succubus. The man who rules the world is tempted by a sultry succubus in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Dark Succubus in paperback or pre-order on Kindle Unlimited today. Apple has abruptly canceled the premiere of the film The Banker, starring Samuel L. Jackson and Anthony Mackie, after allegations of sexual abuse by Bernard Garrett Jr., the son of one of the subjects in the drama. Now, these allegations come from a half-sister of one of Bernard Garrett Jr. as related to these allegations of sexual abuse. And these allegations, as I see it, shouldn't really have anything directly to do with the film, because the film is supposed to be based on Bernard Garrett Sr. and another black man who worked with a white man towards creating a bank so that black people could have a place to develop their bank accounts and have an institution to get things like home mortgages, something black people couldn't do in the era of Jim Crow because of racist policies in America, where it denied black people an opportunity to get things like home mortgages. So this film, which was about those two black men who had a white man be the face of their bank, this was a very positive story that was designed to inspire and uplift black people and show that we could go out here and create a financial institution like a bank, and we could have an institution where we could get things like mortgages and home loans and business loans so that we could build our own black community. Unfortunately, because members of the Garrett family have decided to bring their personal issues into the spotlight, this film's premiere is being delayed, and even worse, the message of the film is being marred by these allegations of sexual abuse by the half-sister of Bernard Garrett Jr. Now, personally, I see that this is, as I see it, this is not the appropriate place to deal with these allegations. These allegations of sexual abuse, as old as they are, needed to have been dealt with. If they were allegations that were true, they needed to be dealt with in the criminal justice system, and they also needed to be dealt with in a psychotherapist office. This is not the place, as I see it, to deal with this issue, because the message of this movie is extremely important to all of those brothers and sisters out there in showing them that we could go out here and build our own financial institutions. Now, I believe personally that the real reason why these allegations are coming out right now is similar to what happened with Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation. Now, Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation was one of those films many black people considered to be a very positive and inspiring and uplifting film, which presented a positive image of black manhood and black masculinity, something that refuted the false narratives that many in the media present about black men. And when that film started to make its premiere, we started to see Hollywood come out with these allegations of Nate Parker being a rapist and his past criminal trial for rape coming up. And that was used by a group of feminist black women to try to derail that film's opening at the box office. Because with those allegations of Nate Parker being a black brute, we had all of these black media companies out here writing blogs. We had these black feminists writing blogs. And all of that torpedoed Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation at the box office. And I find it eerily similar that here we have The Banker, starring Samuel L. Jackson and Anthony Mackie, a film that is being talked about with Oscar buzz, a film that presents a positive portrayal of black men, a film that presents a positive portrayal of black manhood, and a film that presents a positive story about black fiscal responsibility and shows that black men were thinking about building and building in their own community. And instead of us focusing on the message of that film and the story of that film and how inspiring and uplifting it is, we get these allegations of sexual abuse being brought up at the most inopportune time. And possibly, if things go on, we're going to have all of these black feminists coming out, writing all sorts of blogs and articles in an effort to try to derail the film and prevent it from being a success. And this is looking like, again, a disturbing pattern as related to films that feature positive images of heterosexual black manhood and heterosexual black masculinity. Every time we get a story that presents a story of positive heterosexual black manhood and masculinity, here comes some allegations of some sort of sexual violence or sexual deviancy in an effort to demonize somebody as associated with the film. Now, Bernard Garrett Jr. I don't think he's a subject of anything in the film. The film is supposed to be about his father, and it's supposed to be about another black man, and it's supposed to be an adaptation of the events that went on as they opened this bank. And again, as I stated before, these issues that his half-sisters are having with Bernard Garrett Jr., they should have been dealt with either in a criminal court, a civil court, or a psychotherapist office. And these issues should have been dealt with discreetly away from this film, because the message of this film is an extremely important one to black people in a community where black women have a net worth of $5 and black men oftentimes don't have the fiscal responsibility to be able to do basic things like having a bank account in some cases. So this film's message is a very important one to all of the brothers and sisters out there. And what's sad about this controversy regarding the banker is that this controversy is tarnishing what could have been an extremely positive movie for brothers and sisters out here. And this airing of dirty laundry is hurting a great film's chances of reaching all of those brothers and sisters out there. And again, this is eerily similar to what happened with Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation. And again, I'm noticing a pattern that every time we get one of these films that is supposed to be presenting a positive image of black manhood and black masculinity, there's always an effort by someone in the media or somebody out here with an agenda to try to destroy that film's momentum before it can reach the masses. And in this case, it is the sisters of this Bernard Garrett Jr. who have their own books being published and have their own, are out here with their own media, and they're looking to destroy, in an indirect way, their father's legacy, not understanding how this also hurts them and hurts the black community. I mean, again, these issues these allegations needed to have been dealt with outside in a discreet manner. And when I look at the damage that's being done here, it's just really sad because, again, the message of this film was a very important one. And the message of this film, which was positive about black fiscal responsibility, all of that is now being ignored because everyone is focusing on this sexual scandal from 45 years ago. And again, this sexual scandal and these allegations, this shouldn't have any impact on the film because the film is based on the father and the film is based on another black man and the events where they built this bank. And again, I always find it suspect that always when there's a positive film featuring black men who are acting fiscally responsible and looking to build in their own community and present a positive image of black manhood, there's always an effort to try to demonize someone as related to these films, or make an effort to bring up allegations to discourage black people from going to see the film. As I see it, everybody should go out and see The Banker and judge the film based on its own merits, and people should go see this film because it is a positive portrayal of black men. And again, Apple shouldn't have canceled The Banker. They should have made an effort to deal with this discreetly in the background and let the film stand on its own merits. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some positive portrayals of black manhood and black masculinity, you can pick up The Temptation of John Haynes and the John Haynes series books, John Haynes, A Conversation with Death, John Haynes' Dark Succubus, and The Man Who Rules the World, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle formats. That's all I have to say for this video. Leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.